Alright, so boom, it's your boy Boss Enosh back again with another video on the YouTube. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Listen. I'm sure y'all may have heard of Vivek Ramaswamy, right? We did one video on him before when he was on Don Lemon, which is, I feel like, was the interview that got Don Lemon fired. The way that motherfucker was acting, boy. But look, so far, all I've seen of Vivek has been cool stuff. But look, so y'all know Joy Reid, probably. I think she's a MSNBC host, very woke, she's a black woman on a mainstream leftist Democrat platform. So, you know what I mean? They target black people, they especially target black women to be on their ideological side, bruh. I swear to God. But that's a video for another time, actually. But Joy Reid, very liberal, very woo-woo, be saying a lot of bullshit. She started talking shit about Vivek, okay? Started talking shit about him for no reason. And Vivek didn't like that. And we're going to discuss it because it's very, very intriguing, okay? And it shows you the mindset of a lot of these people.
You'd had a back and forth on the Twitters with one Vivek Ramaswamy, who currently is boasting about getting, who was the only African-American anchor in this business before I joined him in Prime.
What do you mean in all he said was, I rejected Talk's idea that you can't engage in a debate with a black man about American history if you're not black. That's all he said. He's not bragging about getting him fired. What the fuck?
At CNN, Don Lemon, he's boasting about getting him fired. He thinks is somehow going to be a big...
That's why I don't like these people, bro. Look what they fucking do. They lie, and then they show you the thing that they're lying about, and it shows that they're lying. How is he boasting? There's nothing in there that sounds like boasting, bro. Shut up. Snake, underhanded, snake,
for his run for president. Your thoughts on him? Because you've been back and forth with him online.
You know, when he first started, I thought, okay, here's an Indian American, funny name, we disagree. Hopefully he makes a good showing or does something well. And it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, Joy. My phone blew up with other Indian Americans saying, make it clear he doesn't speak for us. Yep. I mean, to sit there,
nigga, you don't speak for them either. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. They say all the time that, all these different groups in America, they're not all the same. All the groups are not monogamous. You know what I'm saying? They're all not, that's the right word, right? Monogamous? Whatever. All the groups don't just act as one. There's so many different people that grow up in so many different ways in every group of people. And yet, here they go. They say everyone's individual, everyone's a different person, individual, right? And then here they go saying, oh yeah, he don't speak for y'all, I speak for y'all. Nigga, you don't speak for all of them, bruh. Shut up. You know how many Indian Americans are in America? A lot.
Lecturing a black man about black history was totally uncalled for. And then he didn't have all his historical facts.
So just because someone's black, that means they know exactly what they're talking about? Huh? Well, you're implying that just because they're black, black people can't be wrong. Black people know everything about their own history. Black people know every single thing about black history. No. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. And that's damn near on this. That's close to saying like, oh, you're Asian. You're supposed to be good at math. You should know that, right? You're Asian. Oh, you're black. You should know about da-da-da-da. You're black. You should know about this and that. Stupid. You're Indian. Do you know how to make curry? Come on, bro.
The Indian American community in this country holds a huge debt to the African American community. If it weren't for the civil rights movement, the 1965 Immigration Reform Act would have passed. My parents wouldn't have come to America. Before that, basically, immigrants from Asia and Africa were not allowed to come. It was highly discriminatory.
It's really ironic because neither his nor my parents could have come here under the rules before the Civil Rights Act.
Oh, she an immigrant? Interesting.
Before that 65 Civil Rights Bill, but he's acting as if the NRA somehow saved African Americans in the Civil War. The NRA wasn't even formed until 1871. Well, he doesn't know anything about African American history. He clearly doesn't know the reasons for the Civil War because he thinks...
Bruh, listen, what Vivek said was very clear, okay? But I'm gonna let him explain it again because we're gonna see him explain it again. But she's trying to misrepresent it, right? Just like Don Lemon was.
The purpose of the Civil War was to get black people the right to bear arms.
You didn't say that.
I mean, what?
In the Dred Scott case, Chief Justice Taney held for the Supreme Court that black people could not be citizens before the Civil War because that would allow them to own guns. After the Civil War, the first anti-gun laws, gun control laws that were passed in this country were actually passed to stop black people from owning guns. These are some of the facts that I educated Don Lemon on set in a heated exchange that we had shortly before his firing. So shortly after that exchange, Joy Reid, an MSNBC host,
and it'd be crazy. You would think that they would understand that and agree with that, but because the topic is guns, they're gonna push back against that. Because stuff like that happens all the time, right? They make certain things illegal or harder or invent them once black people are supposed to be able to get them, right? Black people get guns. Oh my gosh, gun control. They've seen it back then, and we've seen it later than that. I think it was the 60s with the Black Panther Party, right? Ronald Reagan, governor of California, put in some of the strictest gun laws because them boys was protesting with guns, holding them. So you see that show all the time. You would think that they would agree with that, but no, because it doesn't fit the agenda that they're trying to push, right? Because they were trying to go against him, even though what he said was facts. What's another example? There's another example of I think they came up with credit scores. Right when they came up with credit scores, that was when black people became able to. They did that so it was hard for black people to buy shit, bro. I need to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I remember reading that before.
Ro Khanna, a Democratic politician who happens to be an Indian American, as a stand-in for the Indian American view, criticizing me for supposedly stating falsehoods. Actually, everything I stated is factually true based on U.S. history. But criticizing at length my supposed falsehoods, and then has Ro Khanna effectively licking her feet, which is exactly what she wanted on air, talking about how Indian Americans owe black Americans a debt of gratitude. So I thought it was remarkable that...
They say it all the time, too. And it's like, they owe them, right? The motherfuckers that fought for that shit, right? But at the same time, there's a lot of people that fought for the civil rights, too. So are you going to say that they owe the white Americans, right? Do they owe the Jews, right? Because there's a lot of Jewish people that was fighting with the black people. There's a lot of gay people that was fighting with the black people. You know what I'm saying? So many people was with the black people, with Martin Luther King, with all them boys, fighting for civil rights. So, if you want to say that, then shouldn't you have to, kiss everyone's ass and be grateful for all of them? You know what I'm saying? One thing that always annoys me, though, when they say shit like that, they refer to present-day people as you need to be grateful for me, but you didn't do shit. The people back then did it. Martin Luther King, them boys was out in the streets marching all suited up and shit, getting hosed down and bit by dogs. Not you. You didn't do shit.
Here's a TV host, supposedly who wants to engage in open debate about my views on this post-Civil War history, who's talking about me on air extensively to another Indian American second-rate stand-in, but won't talk to me directly, so I made an offer. I said, if you want to have a debate about this, if you think that your recounting of the post-Civil War history is any different than mine, let's have that debate in the open. What do we get? Silence. This is what the modern left does, and Joy Reid embodies it. Very well, actually. Cower in fear and hide. Talk a big game when you're talking to your own community, when you're talking to the people who agree with you, but cower in fear when it comes to actually confronting the other side in open debate.
Yeah, you see that shit all the time, boy. People that be more right-wing, they're not scared to go and talk to other people, bro. They're not scared to do debates, not scared to have arguments, not scared to go even in the lines then and talk. He went on CNN to talk to Don Lemon. He didn't care. He did it. But on the left side, they hate doing that. Matter of fact, they think it's beneath them, below them. We see it time and time again with a lot of the liberal motherfuckers like Hassan, FD Signifier, a lot of them motherfuckers, bro. I think Noah Samson, shit like that. And they just don't do that. Like, you would never see Joe Biden go on Fox.
Now, more recently, she was spouting off about affirmative action after the Supreme Court came down with its ruling, saying that she would not have gotten into Harvard without affirmative action. I believe her. I think that's probably true. But then she also complained that she was judged negatively by her peers because she got in based on affirmative action. I actually said that that's wrong. It's wrong to black Americans, it's wrong to Asian Americans or white Americans who are discriminated against, but it's even unfair to black Americans, many of whom I went to school with, who would have gone in meritocratically anyway. It's unfair that they're judged that way. So I said so, and then Joy Reid again, classic pattern, talking about me instead of to me, says that, Vivek Ramaswamy also wouldn't have gotten into Harvard but for affirmative action. That is a lie, and it reflects a shocking combination of gall and ignorance, failing to pay attention to the fact that that case argued in front of the Supreme Court was brought on behalf of Asian Americans. That includes Indian Americans.
Yeah, Indian Americans are Asian Americans. So that means Buddy had to score higher, had to score even higher to get in, okay?
Who are systematically discriminated against, penalized by affirmative action, which rewards Black and Hispanic Americans. So that combination of ignorance but self-confidence embodies the modern left. And the sad part of it is, folks like Joy Reid, again, they have utter, total, apparent comfort with spewing falsehoods and doing it to only the silos and the echo chambers that agree with them. Totally comfortable to talk about me at length and all the reasons why I'm supposedly wrong.
Right, you talk about me, but you won't let me on a show so we can chop it up. Say it to my face. Say it to my face. You don't want to, though. You feel very comfortable being in your studio, behind your camera, talking shit. But when I say, okay, bring me on so we can talk about it, you scared. And then you keep on talking. It's crazy. Ain't that crazy? But that's what these motherfuckers do, boy.
In fact, I'm grounded in fact. But what I say is, okay, if I believe in my views and you believe in yours, I'm open to having it out in the open. That's where I talk to Chuck Todd or Don Lemon, go on the Breakfast Club. I show up and believe in open dialogue and debate. That's how we get to truth. It's a shame to see that some of the leading commentators for the modern left, when push comes to shove, really just go back into their caves to hide from the truth, wallowing in their own fear. What I'll say is, Joy, from one alum to another, the offer still stands. I understand why you'd like to hide from debate, but I think it's better for the country if you're actually engaging with the people who disagree with you, rather than talking about them with falsehoods without actually confronting the facts.
Yup. That's what it comes down to. And you know, not everybody is a debate type person. Not everybody can debate, you know. You got to be able to present your arguments. You got to prepare. You know, you got to make sure you have your facts and quotes and statistics off rip on top of your head. Because, you know, in a debate, in a regular conversation, you can look stuff up. But in a debate that's filmed, you can't do that. You know, there's no time to do that shit. But a lot of people's not built for that. But if you're not built for that, don't be talking shit, I guess. On live TV. You know what I mean? Because then when people call you out, you look crazy. Joy Reid would never debate because she knows she is wrong, but her job is to keep Black people that watch MSNBC on a mental plantation, believing they can't achieve anything without the help of the state, aka the left. She gets paid millions to promote, where'd it go? Narratives that keep blacks dependent so they can be easily exploited by the Marxist left to further their political agendas. Enjoy your white privilege. Look at this meme. Well, do I agree with this meme though? I don't agree with this meme. It's kind of funny though. Like from a white person's perspective, who, you know, doesn't know about that shit. Yeah, it sounds funny. Like, yeah, that's what it would look like. Well, okay. Okay, so let's look at this meme real quick. Actually, the white person has to go through all these hurdles, barbed wire. What is that? Landmines, crocodile, wall, spears in the ground. Meanwhile, black person has 2 hurdles. Meanwhile, they got historically HBCUs, National Action Network, Affirmative Action, Rainbow Push, National Urban League, United Negro College Fund, NAACP. But the reason that those exist is because of discrimination and being set back in the past. The things that have happened to black people, some of the things that have happened to black people have not happened to white people in America, right? And that goes to, like, let's say, being able to own homes, being discriminated against for owning homes, right? You know, that's one thing. Redlining. They didn't redline no white communities. You dig what I'm saying? Of course, there's always been poor white people, but it was never on the basis of their race. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, rich whites look down on poor whites because they're poor, right? But that's what all rich people do. Even black rich people be doing that shit. But no one ever went against you and said, "Oh, you white boy, you're not going nowhere." You dig what I'm saying? And the foundation was already fucked up for a lot of black people. You dig what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. For black people, a lot of the foundation was messed up. That doesn't mean no black people succeeded, right? But they overcame extreme hardship. They're the exception. There's, you know, so you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like there was I'll give you an example. The place is called Bruce Beach. I don't remember the name, but I think the guy's name was Bruce. Him and his wife, maybe the last name was Bruce, I don't remember. Him and his wife, they became the exception. They worked hard. They found a way to get through all the discrimination and shit. They saved up a lot of money. They made a lot of money, and they bought and opened, I think it was like a hotel or something like that, or resort type of thing on the beach. And they called it Bruce Beach because nowhere else on the beach, black people were not allowed on the beach. Whites only, no colored on the beach. So in their section, all the black people could come. They was having fun. They was turning up. Them white people did not like that shit. Them crackers, they didn't like that. They didn't like it. So what they did, the state took it. Was it the state or the county? You know, it's top of my head, so I don't remember all the details all the way. But they came and took that shit. They came and took that shit. And only recently, like a few years ago, they finally returned it to the descendants of Bruce and them. That's real shit. That's real shit, bro. You can't deny stuff like that. Of course, it didn't affect every black person, right? Not every black person has a story like that. But it was more than enough. Like, let's be honest. This is America. What happened after slavery? Jim Crow. Segregation. Let's be honest. You know? Anyways, that was not the point of this video, though. I just saw that meme. It made me want to talk about it, bro. It made me want to talk about it. We're going to do some Black History videos on this channel, too, though, because I like that stuff, bro. It's cool. What does Don Lemon do now? Alright, anyways. That was the video. Let me know what y'all think down below. Joy Reid, Vivek Ramaswamy. It's fun saying his name, bro. Ramaswamy. But yeah, though. I appreciate y'all. If y'all enjoyed the video, leave a like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all notifications, and join the Discord. The link is in the description box. Yes, sir. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.